Oh my goodness, can you believe what we just witnessed? The Green Bay Packers thought they had this one in the bag, but Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears just delivered the most heart-stopping, curse-breaking performance of the entire season. If you aren't absolutely losing your mind right now, you might need to check if you're even a football fan, because that was pure insanity. Before we break down every wild moment of this overtime thriller, do me a huge favor and smash that like button, share this with every Bears fan you know, and hit subscribe so you never miss a beat of this incredible season. Listen, I need to take a deep breath because my heart is still racing a million miles an hour. If you weren't entertained by that game, I honestly don't know what to tell you. What is entertainment if not that? We are talking about a Week 16 clash that had everything. The stakes couldn't have been higher, the rivalry couldn't have been more intense, and the atmosphere was electric. But the headline here is simple: the Chicago Bears have defeated the Green Bay Packers in overtime. This isn't just a win, it is a statement. This Bears team is absolutely legitimate. I need to put this out there immediately so it sinks in for everyone watching. The Chicago Bears are sitting at 11-4. Read that again. 11-4. They don't just participate in the NFC North anymore. Right now, they own the NFC North. I want to see the chat absolutely explode right now. If you are hyped about this win, I want to see "bear down" flooding the comments. If you are tired of years of torment from the team up north, let me know how good this tastes. This is the kind of game where, in previous years, we would have folded. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We've all been there. 4 minutes left on the clock, down by a significant margin, and the collective groan of the fan base starts. The "here we go again" mentality creeps in. People start turning off the TV, throwing their jerseys in the hamper, and tweeting about the draft. But not this team. Not this year. This is a Ben Johnson football team. And that is the difference. We have to stop looking at this squad through the lens of the past, because this is entirely different from anything we have experienced in a decade. This team is relentless. They have grit. They have heart. But most importantly, they have unwavering confidence. In the past, nobody in this building knew how to close out a game. They would find ways to lose. But Ben Johnson? He is leading this squad into the fire, and they are coming out unburnt. If there was any debate before today, I think it's over. With this performance, rallying the troops when all hope seemed lost, Ben Johnson has hands down secured the Coach of the Year award. Seriously, think about the resilience. The Bears were down big entering the fourth quarter. It looked bleak. But they didn't flinch. The fans didn't quit. The fourth phase was loud and proud, and the players stepped up with a "next man up" mentality that was simply awe-inspiring. We saw unsung heroes like Jahdae Walker make career-defining plays. This is why the Bears are sitting at the top of the North. Let's dive into the numbers because they tell a wild story. The Bears racked up 400 total yards of offense and moved the chains for 24 first downs. They were efficient when it mattered, converting 50% on third down. And here is a stat that will make you smile: 0 sacks allowed. The offensive line kept Caleb clean all day. On the flip side, despite Green Bay having decent yardage, the Bears' defense suffocated them when it mattered. Green Bay was an abysmal 2 for 11 on third down. That is championship-level defense. They pressured the quarterback relentlessly, officially recording 2 sacks but realistically creating chaos on every drop back. I truly hope the Green Bay quarterback is okay because he took a beating out there today. But we have to talk about the man of the hour. Caleb Williams. What a roller coaster day for the rookie signal caller. If we are being honest, the first half was ugly. It was scary. He was completing less than 50% of his passes, the offense was stagnant, and it looked like the moment might be too big. The offense was basically just Kyle Manengai carrying the load. But then, halftime happened. And the Caleb Williams we saw in the second half? That was a superstar in the making. Just look at what he did when the pressure was highest. He finished 19 of 34, getting that completion percentage back over 50%, with 250 passing yards and a nearly 99 quarterback rating. 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But the context is what matters. Both of those touchdowns came with less than 4 minutes remaining in the game, and in overtime. That is the definition of clutch. He wasn't just managing the game, he was winning it. And who was he throwing to? This is the craziest part. With stars like Rome Oduns and Luther Burden sidelined, Caleb had to trust the depth chart. Enter Jahdae Walker, the undrafted rookie free agent out of Texas A&M. He didn't just fill a roster spot, he became a legend today. Walker had the first 2 catches of his entire NFL career in this game, and one of them was the touchdown to force overtime. He was dancing down the sideline, doing that incredible toe tap where it looks like he's floating on air. Incredible work. Now, I have to ask you guys something serious because this is tearing the fanbase apart in the best way possible. Here is the question of the day. With the way this season has turned around, who deserves more credit for the 11-4 record? Is it Caleb Williams for his clutch factor, or Ben Johnson for completely changing the culture? I want to see your arguments in the comments section below right now. We cannot ignore the special teams. Cairo Santos, stand up and take a bow. The man was electric today. He went 3 for 3, including a massive 51-yarder that drifted from right to left and still split the uprights. In a game decided in overtime, those points are pure gold. That reliability is what makes this team dangerous. And then there is DJ Moore. We talk about big money players making big money plays, and DJ Moore earned every penny of his paycheck today. 5 receptions, nearly 20 yards per catch, 97 receiving yards, and the game-winning touchdown in overtime. He has been on an absolute tear lately. In the last 2 games alone, he has racked up 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. If anyone out there still thinks DJ isn't happy in Chicago, look at the tape. He is dominating. He stepped up massively with the other receivers out, and he put the dagger in the Packers' hearts. I also want to give a massive shout-out to the rookie, Jahdae Walker again. 2 receptions, 21 yards, 1 touchdown. It doesn't look like much on the stat sheet, but those catches were monumental. That is how you earn a contract in this league. He showed grit, resilience, and the ability to perform under the brightest lights. I could not be prouder of that kid. Let's switch gears to the ground game because bully ball was in full effect. DeAndre Swift was a monster. He fell just 7 yards short of breaking 1,000 yards on the night, but he ran with so much anger and power. 13 attempts, 58 yards, and a big 22-yard burst. He has been a bully back all season, and he's huge for this offense. This is back-to-back seasons with over 1,000 yards from scrimmage for Swift. Remember when people doubted him? Remember the hate? He has silenced all of that. He deserves a Pro Bowl nod, no questions asked. And how about the other rookie, Kyle Manengai? This kid is the steal of the draft. A 7th-round pick out of Rutgers playing like a seasoned vet. 9 carries, 50 yards, averaging over 5.5 yards per carry, plus a huge reception from Caleb that went for big yardage. He is everything you want in a running back: tough, elusive, and smart. I genuinely believe he should be on the all-rookie team. He is going to be a cornerstone of this Bears' future for years to come. Finally, we have to talk about this defense. Dennis Allen came into this game with a unit that was statistically average, hovering around the top 20. But today, they looked elite against the top 15 Green Bay offense. Austin Booker was a menace, recording half a sack, 3 quarterback hits, and 7 tackles. If not for some roughing calls, he would have had 2 sacks easily. T.J. Edwards and Jalen Johnson were flying around making tackles and deflecting passes. And let's not forget Montez Sweat coming up with that massive sack at the end of regulation to ensure we got to overtime. This defense stood tall in the red zone multiple times, forcing field goals or turnovers on downs. Dennis Allen called a masterclass today. I know his head coaching record isn't pretty, but as a defensive coordinator, the man is a wizard. I hope the Bears are paying him well because he is instrumental to this success. So here is the reality, folks. The Chicago Bears are 11-4. The Packers are now a game and a half behind. The analytics say Chicago now has a 74% chance to win the NFC North. Is this real life? It doesn't feel like the history we know, but it is the future we are living. This was a team win in every sense of the word. Offense, defense, special teams, and coaching all aligned to take down the arch-rival. I am going to be celebrating this one for a long time, and I know you will too. If you see me out celebrating tonight, come say hi. Thank you so much for tuning in to this breakdown. What a time to be a Bears fan. My name is Brody, and as always, bear down.